Hey guys, it's Jack. I had to dye my hair for a drag show I was in Saturday. Sorry this is late. Said drag show is kind of the reason why this is late because I spent all of Saturday working and then driving up to LA, then all night in the show, then the next day all day, driving back down here, then all night in a meeting. Good things have been happening. The LGBTQ Resource Center of North County is now hosting my group, and other things should be coming in the future as well. The topic for this week is community. First thing is, why is it important to have a trans queer community? It's important to have a trans and queer community for a lot of reasons. One of them being that we can support each other in ways that people who are outside of the community don't necessarily understand. That's not to say that it's bad to have allies, because of course it's a great thing to have allies, but it's more along the lines of saying that we can understand each other on a level that is more like that hits closer to home, I guess. Like for example, one of my exes, when I told her that my surgery might not be covered by my insurance, she didn't really know how to respond to that because she's not within the trans or the gender nonconforming community very much. So she just responded, "That sucks. You'll have to save up for it," via text. And that was really uh, that was really hard for me because I thought that she'd understood more than that. So that's why it's good to have, whereas people within the community more, and that's not to say that people without the community all will react that way, but it's an example of why necessarily people won't understand all the things that are issues within the queer and trans communities. It's also a good thing to have a queer and trans community because we can support each other to make major movements, like, for example, gay marriage, or pushing trans initiatives through, or pushing for more rights for people within the queer and trans communities. Next question is, what communities do you consider yourself a part of, and how do you benefit, contribute to them? I consider myself a part of a fair amount of communities. I'm part of the San Diego trans community. I contribute to it via my own activism and efforts to help people as much as I can online as well. Because I'm not necessarily a part of other communities in other areas. I consider myself a part of I guess the I used to be more of this than I am now, but part of the Shadowcast community. San Diego had a Shadowcast, which is a Shadowcast. If you've ever been to Rocky Horror, the people who stand in front of the screen and lip sync the movie, that's what a Shadowcast does. San Diego used to have a Shadowcast of Reaper the Genetic Opera, and I was the grave robber on that cast. So I was part of that community as well. I'm still a part of we still have a repo community, despite the fact that our cast had to disband because of financial issues. Um, and we also link up with the Rocky Horror community a lot. And so I'm part of that community, and we all get along really well. We're all kind of odd, but not, but all kind and but nice people. I consider myself a part of the horror community. Um, I benefit that community by by helping spread information about directors and movies and pieces that are well done, especially ones that are pro LGBTQ or by directors who are pro LGBTQ. Um, I benefit from that community in the fact that I've made some amazing friends there, and they've been helping me with some of my trans stuff. They've offered a couple of them have offered to personally help me fund my top surgery ish via offering items for fundraising. But I told them I'd rather have them benefit the greater community via uh, donating those items to the Gender Center fundraising. I can, and then let's see. I also consider myself a part of the body mind community. Um, After I finish my chest surgery and get my chest tattoo done, I would like to do a flesh suspension. Though that sounds extreme, but for me, it's a spiritual thing. I guess people wouldn't. It seems kind of weird to some people, but it's kind of like you transcend your body, and to me, that's really important because of being trans and not feeling at home inside my body 90% a lot of the time. Um, you hear Ku over there. Obviously, I also consider myself a part of the community because of my extensive tattoo work and I have had quite a few piercings in the past. Currently, I just have dermal angers. Um, but yeah, and I contribute to this community by being promoting a positive image of the body mod community, sane, consensual, intelligent. Not saying that I'm intelligent, but like promoting the idea that we're not freaks, and I think that that benefits the community because a lot of people see people who are modded and they think that we're just crazy or we're just weird people, and that's not true. And so by promoting the image that we're productive, kind, normal people, I think that that benefits the community as well. And I contribute from it, obviously, by having people who understand, kind of like with the queer and trans community thing, they understand things at a certain level that some people might not necessarily want to, like, might not look into or might not care about or that sort of thing. What makes a community safe or unsafe is the obviously emotional security and physical security. No, a community should be free of threats of physical violence, obviously, but also emotional violence, like manipulation, lying, infighting, cattiness. For example, True Scum. True Scum is kind of unsafe for the community because it's promoting the idea that people have to be a certain way, and only people within this certain group are trans, and that's not safe. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone feels the same way. And by excluding others from the community, that's just making it unsafe because then it's not inclusive. And we need as many people to be pro. We need as many trans people who are pro-trans as we can get. And if you're a trans person who's anti-trans, or my cat just yawned and cried at the same time, and now he's stuck to the cat post. But by promoting the idea that there are some people who are not trans, is still being sort of anti-trans. What makes a community safe is no identity policing, regardless of what it is. Like, I'm not going to tell someone you're not a horror fan because you don't like X, Y, and Z. You haven't seen this movie. Da 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 da. Not everyone's the same. What makes a community safe is supporting each other, but also taking care of your own emotional needs so that codependency doesn't develop. By taking care of your own emotional needs, it helps you to be a safe person for others to rely on, and also ensures that you aren't necessarily harming other people unintentionally. I should go because my cat is kind of angry, and so I'm gonna go take care of him. Sorry this is late again, and I'll see you guys soon.